Tell you about how External Affairs Minister Jaishankar arrived in Islamabad on Tuesday to partake in the 23rd Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit. In fact, the visit, remember, marks the first ever visit by an Indian leader in over 9 years. The SCO summit that is set to kick off at 10:30 IST will see the 23rd Council of Heads of Government evaluate the organization's performance and discuss ongoing collaboration in commerce, economy, environment, and socio-cultural links. However, despite the significance of this gathering, it seems like there won't be any bilateral talks. But as we get you more inputs on, we listen to that reaction first and take that across to my colleague.
Well, it depends because we are the hosts. We cannot propose. We have to go by the guests. If the guests want a bilateral meeting, we will certainly be too happy. But as hosts, we cannot really, press upon anyone whether they want bilateral meeting or not.
Rishabh, my colleague, joins me for more. Rishabh, good morning. Given the fact that this is a key visit, a key takeaway of how things have panned so far?
Well, if we talk about SCO, India is there for an obligatory visit, given that India is part of the SCO and Pakistan is chair of SCO. India had to participate. The invitation was for the Prime Minister, given that it is head of government, head of state summit. But India decided to send External Affairs Minister, who would be reading the national statement on behalf of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Islamabad. Apart from that, the sources within the government of India clearly say that there is not going to be any breakthrough in the bilateral relations, given that India is not ready to speak to Pakistan unless and until it stops sponsoring terrorism against India. And External Affairs Minister on various instances have very categorically said that I am going there to participate in SCO. I am not going to speak about India and Pakistan. In his words, I will behave myself. Apart from that, if we talk about what External Affairs Minister's visit means, today's newspaper in Pakistan is full of front-page news that talks about External Affairs Minister's visit to Pakistan. But India has taken a stand that we will not speak to Pakistan and terror and talks will not go hand in hand. So definitely, while everyone is looking at this visit very closely, given that after 9 long years, there's an Indian foreign minister who has landed in Islamabad, the last one being late Shehbaz Sharif in Pakistan in 2015 for the Heart of Asia Summit. External Affairs Minister back then was Foreign Secretary, and he was also part of the delegation that went to Pakistan. This time around, he is there as politician, he is there as External Affairs Minister, but Dr. Jaishankar making it very clear that no bilaterals will take place with Pakistan, and hence one should not read much into this visit. This remains an obligatory visit, given that Pakistan is chair of SCO. We are just honoring SCO, and we are in Islamabad.
Right, Rishabh. In fact, as you draw perspective on that, request you to stay on with me just for a couple of more minutes so that we can come back to you as far as how, ahead of the start of the SCO summit today, host nation Pakistan and its backer China have in fact issued a joint statement. What's noteworthy is that the joint statement has raked up Kashmir, in fact, asserting the opinion over apparent outstanding disputes. The joint statement stressed on the need to maintain peace and stability. Now, China reiterated that Pakistan had briefed the Red Dragon about the developments in the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir. In the statement, China reiterated that the dispute over Jammu and Kashmir is left over from history and should be properly and peacefully resolved in accordance with the UN Charter and relevant UN Security Council, as well as resolutions and bilateral agreements. Rishabh, of course, we gave our viewers a quick takeaway of the joint statement. How does one read into this? And more importantly, geopolitically speaking, the timing of this also coming into effect with the fact that they're, speaking about Jammu and Kashmir, which is India's internal matter.
If we look at the Pakistan-China joint statement, it's the longest statement, but it is merely a scratch my back, I'll scratch your back kind of statement, where Pakistan has extended its support for one China, where it says that Pakistan believes that be it Hong Kong, be it Taiwan, be it other parts, they belong to China, and we believe in one China policy. China, in turn, has said that Pakistan's interest in Jammu and Kashmir should be considered. Remember, this is an usual statement that comes in whenever there is a high-level meeting between China and Pakistan. But this time around, with External Affairs Minister in Islamabad, this statement coming out makes a difference. And it is usual that such statements come in, and a strong rebuttal comes in from External Affairs Ministry. And one thing is very clear: India has made it very clear that the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir wholly belongs to India, and be it Pakistan, be it China, they do not have any locus standi on Jammu and Kashmir. External Affairs Minister, remember last time when Bilawal Bhutto as Foreign Minister of Pakistan was in India in Goa, May 2023, and he raked up Kashmir in Goa with the journalists coming in from Pakistan. External Affairs Minister was very categorically and aggressively countered the statement, saying that Pakistan do not have anything to talk about Jammu and Kashmir. The only pending issue between India and Pakistan about Jammu and Kashmir is the POK, and Pakistan should tell India when are they withdrawing from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir for that matter, and only after that India will start talking to Pakistan. Apart from that, if we talk about China, definitely China also has some amount
Right,
of...
Rishabh, although you're getting us those important aspects of how this has panned out and more importantly what we've seen in the past, I'd have to interject you there. But thank you very much for joining us on both those significant developments as far as the SCO summit is concerned. Let's quickly shift our focus